Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I'm just making sure you guys can hear me, and tablet says so. Let's get into this. Tracy is showing up as coming on today. I'm going to start this timer for my chit chat. Yeah. Oh, she'll have the zoomies, but I will be awake with her. And she goes outside, so I really would rather be awake. I watch her. I will sit at my desk, which is the window that she uses to come in and out of the house. And for those who haven't seen the chat, I'm talking about Panda, about my furry baby who is still asleep under her blanket on the bed. And I call it her blanket, but it's a hospital blanket that my grandmother used when she died. And it is, hospital blanket weight. So she likes it. It gives her sense of hiding, but also still being close to me and my smell. And somebody please tell me how cats, with their super sensitive smell, can put up with my farting. Like she'll be sleeping right up against my butt, and my lovely little IBS situation will play the bedtime trumpets, and she doesn't even flinch. Like, what the hell? Anyway, on that fun, welcome in. Today I plan to be also in the hee hee ha ha's working on my macabre image here. I'm trying out a new tripod to get sort of an overhead effect, so you guys can see this instead of the angled. I don't have it tightened up, so if she does join me, I can just angle it over to turn it into kitty cam. Oh, that's lovely, Carla. I gotta go over to the hub so I can read this properly. Carla's data cat used to get his revenge by returning the favor while Carla was sleeping. That is why I laughed. Because, she occasionally gets a grumbly tummy, but maybe my nose is busted and I can't smell it. Yeah, she goes outside at night to do her vineyard patrol, go through the vines and do some hunting. And I said a couple days ago, I discovered she's very, she's been awesome. She'll leave. Occasionally there'll be a kill. I think she brought me a mole and she left it on the doorstep outside on the rug there. So she didn't bring it in, even though the window had been open all night. She left it over by the front door. And did her cries, her little meows to get my attention, so I disposed of that body. And a few days later is when I learned that magpies are full-on scavengers, because she brought another kill that she left by the window over by the car, and before I could go out to remove the body, one of the magpies had taken it away. I was like, oh my gosh. Fingers crossed on the internet. It seems to be doing some nonsense BS, but there are 4 adults in the house using it right now. 5 if you include me. I mean, physically I'm an adult, but mentally, yeah. Mentally I'm fun. But yeah, that is I go looping myself back around here. What are you guys working on today? Are you also doing artwork? Are you doing writing? Are you doing household chores? Or just general self-care? Like reading, playing games, whatever it is that makes you feel de-stressed. What you got going on? If I'm pop over, check out the Heart Breathings writing community calendar. Tracy is still showing up as being on for 2 p.m. Eastern, or Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. which means that I'm going to keep my stream to a 2-hour stream today. And then, as per usual, I'm going to copy the AuthorTube link and get it pinned in the comments so you guys can see what other productivity streams are coming up afterwards. There we go. Got that pinned in there. I've got the original lo-fi music all lined up and ready to be played. And I'm actually... Ooh! Carla, I was about to get jumped into it, but hi Carla again. Carla is writing today. Ooh, proposal due tomorrow. Writing break to work on a cat shifter book. Nice. Is your proposal book related or work related? I see you're going to, take that mind shift before you go back into your last polishing. Makes sense. Kind of look at it with fresh eyes. Any little bit of a gap is good. My art side of things is going to be super easy because I am just working with the 05 pen as my outlining, like the square, and the 03 to do the detailing. Super simple. I did bring the flash drive over. I've got... Oh, Carla, that's freaking awesome. Vancouver Public Library has been doing a lot of posts on their IG account about their writers in residence. It's so cool. Fingers crossed. Good luck. Hope you get it. Yeah, super serious nonfiction things. It's like monologuing in your head, but on paper, and then you have to make it sense. But yeah, I only had half a bowl of cereal this morning because the magnetic charger latched onto this, and then threw it into my bowl of cereal. I don't even know what I was reaching for when it just went flying. So, but I already tried it. I immediately washed it with water and then used a hairdryer on low, and it's working fine. Knock on wood. So, got that going. Yeah, I'm going to get us over. I'm going to turn on the music. Good luck with whatever you're working on. And even if it's something that is a struggle, I hope it goes smooth for you. And I will see you in 35 minutes. Oh, hi. And also, hi, Rita. that is our first 35 minutes out of the way. I finished mine off in like 12 minutes. If that, let's see. All I have to do is go to my files and I can find out. The video I took is a total of 20 minutes. And that's with a lot of humming and hawing and looking at the inspiration work. That's what I was drawing from. Like, quite literally, even though I had the pencil marks, I was looking at the picture and drawing. So, how did everybody do? Rita has been catching up with some HB90 task blocks. Nice. Working out projects within your goals. Still not the best with estimating, but getting things accomplished. Exactly. You'd be lost without your planner and task blocks. That kind of makes me chuckle because I switched up how I was doing my weeklies in my just day-to-day planner to try and relieve some of the pressure on myself. And in the meantime, it's kind of been driving me nuts. I switched it up to I write things down after I've done them and kind of ignored putting down things I wanted to do during the week. And I really think I have to switch that. Like, not switch it, but I have to do the both. I have to put things I want to do and leave space for the things I've accomplished. Because I'll go into my weeks and be like, oh, but it's not written down, so do I really have to do it? Carla's been having a lot of fun with the cat shifter project they're working on. The awkward, yeah, we didn't mean to have sexy time, but we wanted sexy time. Incidents from earlier in the story. Real life, I have been there far too many times, I'm sure. I was like, well, you know what? I want it. I'm gonna go have it. Oops. Oh, yeah, so I've, on my art side of things, for any of my art people that might be here, finished up the macabre. Got ourselves a harp playing skeleton. I didn't do anything fancy to the back like I did here. But it was nice, quick. I honestly thought it was going to be so much more complicated because of all of the pen work. But nope. Nice and easy. Next week, we get into... This tripod makes it awkward to show you. But the bestiary, which is the awkward critters you see... They're not always awkward. Like, lions are counted in bestiary. But just the creatures you see in medieval artwork. And in 2 weeks, it is Mythos. And I found this image of... I think it's Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't know. But either way, that is what I'm working on in 2 weeks' time. So, next Sunday, bestiary, 2 weeks, Mythos. So, I'm going to put this aside. I have fired up my Excel document, so I will do some writing type stuff. But at the same time, a blank notepad here, because I should really be thinking about what I myself want to do. Like with Rita and her planner and goals and projects. I don't have any. And according to my tarot and my runestone draw today, I should really be planning what I want for the future. Like, it's the prime time to make crap happen. And when I think about what I want in the future, my brain just goes, oh, look, something shiny to distract us. Rita is saying that in her planner, she records all the sprints that she wants to attend and writes them down what got done during the sessions. I even keep track of my reading hours. Nice. I know when I started the Rough Draft Challenge, I for any writers or anybody here who's not aware, Rough Draft Challenge is essentially a non-problematic replacement to NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month. And not even before it was that, the year before it started is when I actually won NaNoWriMo. And I did that as well. I had on the calendar was all the sprints for that day that were available. At that point, I didn't even know about AuthorTube. I only knew about Heart Breathings. I wrote them down, and I would circle the ones that I worked in, cross out the ones that were canceled, all that jazz, and then would track, like, by each sprint. I'd write down how many words I got that sprint from, instead of doing a grand total at the end. And I'd write it in the Word document. I'd make a little asterisk between each break for the sprint and write down how many words there were. So I do kind of miss doing that, but my brain is just telling me don't do anything. And yeah, it's highly motivating when, even if you only wrote like 10 words, you can look at it and be like, look, I did it. I actually got 10 words out, as opposed to thinking in your head, I didn't do anything. Or you'll look and you'll be like, how the hell did I get 500 words in 30 minutes? And like, it's nice to have those things to compare. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet for this next break. Or next sprint, I mean. But I am going to swap us into it, because as of right now, Tracy's still showing as being on it in an hour and 10 minutes. Fingers crossed for her. On the next break, I guess, no, there is no next. Yeah, on the next break, I'll let you know about the overlap and who's coming up after that. Either way, whatever you're continuing to get up to, I hope you have fun with it. I will see you in 34 minutes.
realization. It makes me realize how desperately alone it is.
Well, that is another 35 minutes out of the way. What did you guys get up to? I am feeling a serious sense of disconnect with like the future planning that I should really do. And I don't even have a dream board in mind beyond what I created 2 years ago. My journal has a chunk of like projects I'd like to do that I haven't touched. And when it comes to the writing, it's just I haven't, outside of filling in a few of these who knows who's when I'm on stream with you guys, I haven't touched my writing. I really should have journaled what I dreamt this morning, and that didn't happen either. Yesterday I did, for the first time in 2025, actually first time since September of 2024, I journaled what I dreamt yesterday. And when I was outside with Panda this morning before the sun came up, I was thinking I really should have wrote down what my dreams were, because they were somewhat emotionally invested, like not boohoo, not over excitement. It was just a sense of contentness or contentment. So I really should have done something with that, but Rita, I feel you. That was the runestones and tarot, and cleansing my altar and all of that. I hadn't done since the 21st of May. Oh, doing that today is already like, yay, something's done. But it's kind of a struggle to connect to life in general right now. I don't know if it's a disassociation thing or what it is. But also, what I realized during that sprint is if you haven't moved around today or at least stretched, I advise it, because the stretching part, once the awkwardness is out of the way, would feel amazing. I've been trying to coax Panda. I'm sorry to anybody who may have been here hoping to see her, but you can go through my previous streams, and the ones that she's shown up in, I have I've time-stamped or created chapters for. So if you need a Panda fix, you can check her out in the other streams. But coming up in half an hour, and showing as actually coming up in half an hour, is Tracy the Revised Writer. She will be doing her sprint stream on behalf of the Heart Breathings community. And Tracy does 2 45 minutes with time for chatting and planning what you're going to do and summarizing what you've done. Like actually tracking and keeping yourself motivated, we'll say. Her streams are that style. They will be 30 minutes. Also in 30 minutes, I'm saying that, but I'm going to open it up and find out. This may be a case of they're on the document, but they haven't done anything in a while. There's been a few like that. But nope. Coming up supposedly in 30 minutes will be, my brain just blanked even though I'm staring at them, Paper Tiger. Although the link isn't in the document, if you go to their YouTube profile, which is linked through the AuthorTube document, it shows that there is Monday. Oh, that's what? Oh no, they're in a different time zone. Show coming up today in half an hour. There are 2 people waiting for it. There's a live stream with Paper Tiger. So you have Paper Tiger as well as Tracy the Revised Writer. And then in an hour and a half is Somber Honey Books. And 3.5 hours, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, will be Word Nerds, wrapping up what is on the show, or on the document for today. Sorry if I got loud, I'm leaning in. And then Monday morning is someone I've never actually heard of. So they may be new to the list, is Tish Bouvier at 3 a.m. Pacific or 6 a.m. Eastern. So if you're looking for some of those filler times, it's actually a early morning / late night for me coming up. So I just accidentally pushed play on something that I didn't mean to. Ramble. All right, I'm now back to the chat. And Rita is excited about getting to write with Tracy, and I agree. It is really, like, I'm glad she's there this week. I know it's been health issues and just life in general. So seeing that Tracy is coming up is really exciting. So I'm going to dial this last sprint down to 25 minutes so you guys have a 5-minute overlap to refill yourself and your drinks and whatever you need to do. Yeah. I will get that dialed down. And thank you everybody who's been here with me. It's been nice to have some bodies to talk to hear me rambling. All right. However you're spending the next 30 minutes of your time, I will see you soon enough. Enjoy. hopefully some of you guys are still here, because my internet seemed to have done a little blip. I looked over at my tablet and it was doing that bullshit about me being offline again, and it's just like, no, I'm not. But I've refreshed the page and I'm showing as live. So you can either hear me or you can't. But I'm going to do a wrap up in case there's still people here. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I've got... turn off this timer. Because... turn it off. I don't need to turn it off. I just hide it. There we go. Well, yeah. I've wrapped up what I'm doing. I'm going to go administer the kitty kisses. Still avoiding planning for life. I can hear myself through the tablet, so I know that I'm here. Hopefully you guys are. Yeah, let's do the deep stretch. Anyway, if you are still here, what'd you accomplish for yourselves today? I'll probably just go to do some reading. But either way, I'm gonna go away from my art desk and go back over to the computer. May read some more webcomics. Last month I read close to 1,500 chapters from different webcomics. So I don't feel too bad that I haven't been reading books. Because honestly, 1,500 chapters in 30 days? Actually, I did read over 1,500. I remember it because I did the math on it 3 times and was just like, what the hell have I done? So I got a lot of reading done. Yeah, I'm going to try not to get sucked too far into my video games on my phone. I'm going to carry around this notepad and pencil. Hopefully, while I'm given some snuggles with Panda, I'll think of some things I want for my future. Besides stability of accommodations and double what I have in a month from income assistance. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap up so you guys can head on over if there's anybody still hanging out. In the meantime, I'm just showing myself. I'm just talking to myself. But take care of yourselves, and I will see you around in the other streams. If I not, I will see you next week, hopefully. So, until then, take care. Bye.